This is a film that is known as one of the greatest martial arts movies in China, and it's one of Jet Li's favorite works. This film was a hit abroad and has a great reputation, but it wasn't well received in China. The fights in the film are extremely exciting, and they highlight the immense charm of Chinese martial arts. In the 1920s, a large number of ambitious young people went to study in Japan. During a class one day, a group of samurai from the Black Dragon Society barged in and went straight for Jackie, a student from China. They yelled at him to get out and tried to threaten him. Unexpectedly, Jackie easily beat them with one move, and the samurai were beaten back again and again. At this time, the headmaster of the Black Dragon Society, Master Funakoshi, arrived. Unlike his radical students, he was older and more experienced, and he was more reasonable. Jackie introduced himself. Master Funakoshi told Jackie that his master, Master Hua, had died while competing with the Black Dragon Society's master, Akutagawa. Jackie couldn't believe what he had heard, and he immediately prepared to give up his studies and go home. First, he wanted to mourn his master, and second, he wanted to investigate the cause of his master's death. The scene changes to Shanghai. Jackie returned to Jingwu School and knelt in front of Master Hua's shrine. He smashed the patience plaque that Master Hua had written for him, determined to face bullying head-on and no longer endure it. He went alone to the Honko dojo and said he wanted to fight Akutagawa. A group of samurai swarmed up and prepared to fight, but Jackie struck out in anger. His powerful fighting techniques landed punch after punch, coupled with fierce legwork. He was like a man possessed, beating the samurai until their teeth were all over the floor. Akutagawa finally appeared. He was quite a grandmaster. Jackie used Huajiaquan to fight, and no matter how fierce Akutagawa's moves were, Jackie was able to cope with them easily. Jackie not only beat Akutagawa back again and again, but he also approached Akutagawa several times and stared him down. Jackie humiliated Akutagawa but didn't kill him. He wanted to see how strong the man who had defeated his master was, but he was disappointed. This was a man he could easily defeat. So how could this man have defeated his master? Returning home victorious, Jackie was suspicious, so he dug up Master Hua's coffin to examine his body. After the doctor examined the body, he told Jackie that Master Hua had indeed died from poisoning. It turned out that it was all the work of a Japanese officer named Captain Fujita. In order to bribe the Chinese martial arts schools and stabilize his forces, he had poisoned Master Hua. Akutagawa then came to Jackie. He questioned Captain Fujita about whether he had poisoned Master Hua. When he got a positive answer, he scolded Captain Fujita for his despicable methods, and in a fit of rage, he was about to fight him. However, Captain Fujita was ruthless and was willing to kill even his fellow countrymen. Captain Fujita dumped Akutagawa's body at the gate of the Honko dojo and left a note to pin the blame on Jackie. The samurai from the dojo angrily attacked Jingwu School, and the two sides started fighting right away. Fortunately, the police arrived in time after receiving the news, and both sides stopped fighting. The leader of the Japanese dojo insisted that Jackie be punished, so to protect Jackie, the police took him away. The next day, Jackie was taken to court. The lawyer claimed that someone could prove Jackie's innocence. Jackie looked back and saw that it was his Japanese girlfriend, Mitsuko. Facing the Japanese lawyer's questioning, Mitsuko claimed that Jackie was with her the night Akutagawa was killed. Mitsuko's statement gave Jackie an alibi, and the judge directly ruled that Jackie was not guilty. Mitsuko looked at her lover and told Jackie that she had decided to follow him. But in the social context at the time, their identities meant that it wouldn't be easy for them to be together, and the people at Jingwu School simply couldn't accept Mitsuko. Henry, the head of the school, also offered to fight Jackie. The reason was that after Jackie came back, all the disciples admired him even more. Henry was Master Hua's son, and he had become dissatisfied and jealous of Jackie, so he took this opportunity to insist on a duel with Jackie. The two fought in the courtyard. Henry struck first. His fist shot toward Jackie with the force of a gale. Jackie held back because he cared about his friendship with his fellow disciples, but he was still scolded by the disciples at the school. Jackie used Western boxing techniques to fight Henry. His flexible footwork and simple but effective heavy blows made it difficult for Henry to parry. Even though Henry saw through some of his techniques, he was no match for Jackie's exquisite legwork and was ultimately defeated. In the end, Jackie couldn't give up Mitsuko, so he said goodbye to his master's portrait and left Jingwu School with Mitsuko. Because of Mitsuko's identity, even the hotel owner was reluctant to let them stay. They were even pointed at by everyone, so they had no choice but to go to Master Hua's grave and live in the dilapidated house nearby. At Jingwu School, Uncle Jin, the cook, found Asyong and asked him about his son. It turned out that Uncle Jin's son had committed a capital crime, and Asyong, who had already defected to the Japanese, had asked Uncle Jin to poison Master Hua in exchange for saving Uncle Jin's son. Uncle Jin regretted what he had done, but Asyong suddenly made a move and killed Uncle Jin before fleeing Jingwu School. Just when Jingwu School was at its weakest, people from the Honko Dojo sent a challenge letter, declaring that Master Funakoshi, the head of the school, was going to challenge Jingwu School. This was actually Captain Fujita's trick, but Master Funakoshi was also arrogant, and he ignored Captain Fujita's threats. Master Funakoshi didn't want the Japanese military to interfere in the martial arts world, so he came alone to fight Jackie. Master Funakoshi was indeed a master of Japanese martial arts. His powerful Japanese karate sent Jackie reeling. However, Jackie quickly regained his footing and fought back with traditional martial arts techniques. The tide immediately turned. During the fight, Master Funakoshi was blinded by sand. So for the sake of fairness, both of them covered their eyes with cloth strips. Although the two could not see each other, the battle became increasingly dangerous. It became a competition of hearing and physical skill. Both of them fell to the ground. Jackie clamped his legs around Master Funakoshi, and Master Funakoshi grabbed his neck. The two finally fought to a draw. Master Funakoshi praised Jackie's martial arts skills. He told Jackie that the real enemy was Captain Fujita. Captain Fujita's kung fu was fierce and domineering. He could break stones and gold without hurting himself, so he was a formidable opponent. That night, Jackie returned to the dilapidated house, only to find Henry visiting. The two made peace. Henry even taught Jackie the Hua family's Mizong fist. Henry said frankly that he was going to fight at the Honko Dojo tomorrow, and he was worried that something might happen to him, so he passed on the unique boxing technique to Jackie. Henry asked Jackie to spread Mizong fist widely, and then he turned and left. When Jackie returned to the house, Mitsuko was gone. Mitsuko left a note. She didn't want to be a burden to Jackie, so she chose to leave for his sake. The next day, the Jingwu school saw Henry off. Jackie stopped him. He had decided to fight with Henry. The two went to the Honko Dojo together. Captain Fujita had been waiting for a long time. Captain Fujita called out Asyong and told Jackie and Henry about his crimes. After that, he shot Asyong dead. As the old saying goes, traitors never come to a good end. Captain Fujita picked up a plaque that said, "Sick man of East Asia," and mocked Henry. Henry struck in anger, but Captain Fujita had super resistance to blows, and Henry tried his best, but he couldn't break through Captain Fujita's defenses. One blow from Captain Fujita made Henry see stars. Henry was no match for Captain Fujita. Captain Fujita threw the plaque at him. Seeing this, Jackie immediately kicked the plaque to pieces and followed up with a sidekick that sent Captain Fujita flying. Captain Fujita's military fighting technique was extremely fierce and overbearing. He smashed everything around him. Even Jackie could only avoid him for a while. In the fight, Jackie gradually became familiar with Captain Fujita's style. The clever Jackie immediately changed tactics and used a sweeping hand to interfere with Captain Fujita's vision. Seizing the opportunity, he made Captain Fujita suffer. Jackie used the simplest and most effective moves to attack swiftly. He wanted to press his advantage, but he was careless and Captain Fujita dislocated his right arm. The injured Jackie fell back into a disadvantage. The two returned to the house while fighting. Jackie took the opportunity to twist his body and put his right arm back in place. By this time, Captain Fujita had consumed most of his energy. Jackie found his weakness and attacked him continuously. In the end, he knocked Captain Fujita down with a gorgeous flying kick. Seeing that Captain Fujita was down, Jackie was about to leave with Henry, but Captain Fujita, refusing to accept defeat, drew his sword and tried to take revenge. Henry saw this and blocked the blow with his body. Seeing that Captain Fujita was going to kill Henry, Jackie pulled out his belt and fought back. With a few lashes, he had Captain Fujita disoriented. Captain Fujita was already exhausted. He was powerless against Jackie's belt and was subdued by Jackie, who wrapped the belt around Captain Fujita's katana and held it against his neck. With a flick of his wrist, Jackie slit Captain Fujita's throat. At that moment, a large number of Japanese soldiers rushed in and surrounded the two, their guns drawn. They had no intention of letting Jackie and Henry leave alive. The people from Jingwu School also rushed in with the police. They were determined to save Jackie and Henry. Just when the situation was about to escalate, the pro-Chinese Japanese consul hurriedly stopped everyone. He ordered the Japanese soldiers to leave and told everyone that Jackie would have to be dealt with to calm the situation. To prevent the situation from escalating, Jackie decided to sacrifice himself. Jingwu School was closed down, but Jackie didn't die. It turned out that the Japanese consul was so moved by Jackie's integrity that he protected him and had Xiang's body used to replace Jackie's. They decided to leave this place and start over. This is the end of the movie. Fist of Legend is a kung fu action movie released in 1994. It stars Jet Li, Qin Shuho, and others. The plot and action design of this film are among the best. It has even been hailed by foreign media as a textbook for action movies. The realistic moves and punches made kung fu fans mesmerized. The fight scenes in this film also contain national hatred and family feuds, and they illustrate the Chinese spirit of not being afraid of power and daring to fight. What do you think about this? Please leave a comment below. This is Kung Fu Movie Recaps from YouTube. Until next time.